Capturing the essence of culture and faith within civil society, podcast 197. Welcome to the conversation about capturing the essence of civil society's culture and faith in podcast 197. ISBN 97988 89705 0949. I am your host, Dr. William Anderson Gittins. As a local photojournalist in Bridgetown, Barbados, I use my Canon Rebel T6 camera to capture the essence of culture and belief. It should be noted that due to Barbados's hot year-round tropical climate, I usually utilize prime lenses for portraiture and versatile lenses. The wonderful thing about using a Canon Rebel T6 camera is that it allows me to think on the fundamental ways that culture and belief systems influence human experience. A view supported by https://www.sciencedirect.com. Additionally, portraying the vibrant atmosphere and intricate details of Barbados's life. The fact that this theory, capturing the essence of culture and faith within civil society, was employed to offer a framework for comprehending many facets of the natural world and human behavior, justifies the inclusion of rules, theories, and facts. I utilize photography to start discussions that are relevant on social media, online, and in print. This view is supported by kettlemag.co.uk, social media versus print media. In my surroundings as a native Bridgetown photojournalist from Barbados, I feel compelled to use my Canon Rebel T6 camera to capture the essence of culture and belief. For portraiture, I use prime lenses, and for erratic weather, I use adaptable lenses. I gather and arrange evidence using research lenses, evaluate it, and then apply scientific methods to characterize events. Understanding value conflicts and the part institutions play in creating and preserving culture are two goals, which is supported by ResearchGate.net. I pursue in my work. As a Barbados-based photojournalist with extensive first-hand experience, I have spent many hours watching the local wild, particularly the fascinating hummingbirds and the usual peewee whistler birds, sometimes called grey kingbirds in Barbados, perform a delicate ballad of patience. The timeline's truth expressed in the King James Version of Isaiah 40:31 is reflected in their natural behavior. I studied subjects including film photography, public discussion, and the function of media in education. My work is based on using photography to understand cultural context and personal growth. This thinking is supported by realitypathing.com. I make use of the photojournalist methods, thematic focus, which is supported by humanitarianaction.spurgeonopen.com, and the wider ramifications of my work on human reaction, specifically empathy, connection, and personal development in this conversation. As a renowned author, I utilize graphic design to highlight my ethnic background, break down linguistic boundaries, and question social norms. As someone who works as both an artist and a photojournalist, I can state with confidence that the two disciplines have different objectives and use different equipment and lenses to create my work. In this genre, I employ symbolic lenses to communicate complicated ideas in my writing and metaphoric lenses to foster empathy and perceive things from several viewpoints. My surroundings have an impact on these lenses for a number of reasons, such as experiences, family dynamics, culture, and identity. I use linguistic lenses to explore how people connect and develop language, drawing on my skills as a graphic artist, photographer, photojournalist, licensed cultural practitioner, and doctor of divinity. I highlight theology and religious studies through the lens of my Doctor of Divinity, with a focus on the evolution of language over time. Additionally, I cultivate a critical awareness of one's own prejudices, attitudes, and convictions. It's intriguing to observe how both professions are comparable in that they both use cognition to study the relationship between culture and cognitive processes and to critically recognize one's own biases, attitudes, and beliefs. This view is supported by ep.utum.edu history. A large portion of a historian's time is devoted to the philosophy of history and theories. This view is supported by iep.utm.edu history, are logical, abstract items about a phenomena or its results. Considering everything is equal, composition, lighting, color, and emotional evocation are just a few of the ways that theoretical knowledge affects photojournalistic decisions and interpretations. In this regard, questions of validity, realism, and representation are addressed by social theory and photographic aesthetics. Because of this line of thinking, I propose that in order to interact with society through the lenses of theology and photojournalism, I can employ techniques like maintaining emotional integrity, utilizing artistic skills to distill the essence of a story, highlighting cultural heritage through lenses, comprehending the subject matter and learning about different representational styles, and using cultural critique to promote critical discussion and assessments. As a Doctor of Divinity, I also combine my skills with an emphasis on theology and religious studies. Using images to transcend language and cultural boundaries is supported by amisigns.com blogs. My work blends religion with personal growth. This combination emphasizes compassion, altruism. This view is supported by ScienceDirect.com and sacrifice while fostering empathy, critical thinking, and worldly contact. As a Doctor of Divinity, my focus is on Christian service and theology. However, by fusing photojournalism with cultural theory and theological understanding, I also use photography to highlight the interconnected strands of faith, culture, and community on the island of Barbados, Europe, and the Caribbean. The word theory is a homophone of the Greek word soteria, and meaning to consider, speculate, and look at this view is supported by etymologyworld.com. As a cinematographer, I connect my writing skills with culture and belief by capturing the values, beliefs, and aspirations of a community and culture. Films, for example, promote intercultural communication by providing a unique perspective on different cultures. Importantly, the more that I cogitate on the nuance of culture, I typically look at cultural conditioning and the cross-cultural relevance of psychological principles. This view is supported by psychology.researchnet.com. In this context, as a licensed cultural practitioner, I frequently use cognitive structures and symbols. This view is supported by psychologytoday.com. My faith, which encourages creative and spiritual growth, is the foundation of my academic career. The notion that people's lives improve as they grow closer to God, in my opinion, is influenced by both the arts and theology. As a renowned Barbados author, graphic artist, licensed cultural practitioner, photojournalist, cultural theoretician, doctor of divinity, and podcaster, I use my skills to protect literary and cultural heritage and to lead, enlighten, and educate individuals with diverse skills. 19 affirms that my effort can lead, enlighten, and educate individuals who lack insight. Ultimately, my skills as a renowned Barbados author, graphic artist, licensed cultural practitioner, photojournalist, cultural theoretician, doctor of divinity, and podcaster allow me to preserve cultural history, promote global understanding, and protect indigenous practices. Your involvement in podcast 197, Capturing the Essence of Culture and Faith Within Civil Society, ISBN 979-889-705-0949, is greatly appreciated. This episode is part of ePublication 351, and if you enjoy it, please subscribe, share, and leave a review. Your thoughts would be much valued. Until the next time, keep learning, growing, and exploring. God bless.